Hello, Miss Bassmore. My name is Sherman Walker, and I am the apartment manager here at the Crestview Apartments. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Mr. Walker. Thank you for meeting with me today.
Oh, please, call me Sherman.
Thank you very much, Sherman. I wonder, do I need to speak slowly so that your interpreter can speak for me?
Oh, no, don't worry about it. The interpreter is qualified and will be able to interpret effectively for our conversation. Whatever I sign, she will say, and whatever you say, she will sign.
Well, that sounds easy enough, all right.
So, how did you hear about the vacancy at our apartment complex?
Well, I just was looking through the Sunday paper and I saw the ad.
And have you had a chance to look inside the apartment?
I sure did. I took a drive-by and the tenant was outside, so I asked them if I could go through the apartment, and they allowed me to do that.
So, what did you think?
Well, I really like the apartment, but I like the fact that it's close to the schools and close to the stores and only 3 miles from my work. It'll allow me to spend so much more time with my children.
You have children. How many? Tell me about them.
I have an 11-year-old and a 6-year-old. The 11-year-old is a girl and the 6-year-old is a boy. And I'm real excited about the fact that they would be able to walk to school if we lived here.
You said that the apartment is only 3 miles from your work. Where is it that you work? What do you do?
Well, I work for a local publisher. Name of the publishers is Bookworms for Kids, and I'm an editor and I assist with the layout.
Interesting. And how long have you been working at that publishing company?
Well, I've worked there 4 years, since my son was 2 years old. My husband died at that time, and I've worked there ever since.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your husband. I need to ask, what is your annual salary?
Well, I'm earning $35,000 right now.
And how long have you been at your present address?
Well, I've been living 10 miles away from here. I've lived there for 12 years. And it's a very beautiful house, and we really love it. But since my husband passed away, it's been nearly impossible for me to take care of the yard and all of the things, especially with me working full time. I have hardly any time to spend with my children. So we really decided to sell the house and move closer so that we can spend more time together.
I get it. Do you have any pets?
Well, yes, we do. We have a goldfish, and we also have an old cat that's been a special friend to us for years and years. It would be really heartbreaking to have to get rid of it.
Don't worry, we do allow cats. There is, however, a animal deposit that we require of $50 in case of any damage caused by the cat. And we also have an annual lease. Is that a problem?
Oh, no problem at all. I'd want to be here until the kids get out of school.
Do you have any other questions for me?
Well, yes, I do. I was wondering if that apartment could be painted.
Yeah, sure. The previous tenant really loved a particularly loud color of green, but I have no problem with you painting it. It was in my plans to do in the
Well,
future
that
for
would
that
be
apartment.
nice. I wonder if there are any other repairs that need to be done to the apartment before someone moves in.
The tenant moved out yesterday. I went in and performed my inspection this morning on all the lights and the faucets and the blinds and whatnot. I checked out the cupboards and everything is in good working order. The only thing that needed to be done was the painting, and I had scheduled to do that tomorrow.
Now, what about the utilities? Are they included in the apartment? And if they're not included, how much would they be?
You pay your own electricity. The apartment comes with a heater. The bill depends on how much you are running your appliances. I would say it ranges anywhere from $40 to $100. Obviously, it'll be higher during the winter times. There's also the water bill, which is usually less than $40 a month. I'm sorry, $15 a month. And then there's a trash service that costs $11 a month.
Well, that sounds reasonable. I'm also wondering about the other tenants. What kind of people live here? Are there other families?
Yeah, there are other families. I'd say about 70% of our tenants are families here at Crestview. We also have a common barbecue area where we often get together and socialize and have a picnic of sorts. The next one's actually going to be this Sunday.
Gee, that sounds really nice. Another question I have is I saw that there's a college close by. I'm wondering if there are a lot of parties in the neighborhood and if there's quite a bit of noise late at night. We've really been used to a quiet atmosphere.
I enjoy a quiet environment too, and hope that these apartments would provide you with that quiet environment. If there's ever any noise disturbance past 10 p.m., please let me know, and I will take care of it.
Well, another question I would have, I'm really concerned about the influences that come from the outside for my children, and I'm wondering if drugs are a problem in this area. Have you had any problem with drugs, and have you noticed anything in this area?
To be honest, I can't think of anything that has come up. This is a good, safe area, and I think it's a great place to raise children. I personally am not worried about anything, but if you have other questions, you might want to talk to some of the other tenants that have children who live here. You can get their input on how they feel about the area.
I'd really like that. I wonder if you could tell me a little bit more about them and how I can contact them, and if you would allow me to visit them, that would be really wonderful.
Sure, there's the Campbells, and they live in apartment G12, and they have two children, Billy, who is 8, and Joyce, who is 13. And then there are the Sheldons, and they have twin girls, Gail and Jill, who are both 8 years old. And they're in apartment B12.
Sure sounds like my kids can have a nice social life around here.
Yes, I feel a great responsibility for all that goes on here at Crestview Apartments. During the summer, many of the kids and tenants enjoy going into the swimming pool and congregating there. It's a
That
lot
brings
of
up
fun.
another question. What about lifeguard duty? Is there anybody on lifeguard duty at the pool?
I'm actually a certified lifeguard. So sometimes I like to leave the office, and it's a good excuse for me to head out to the pool and monitor everyone out there and enjoy the sun as well.
Well, you're just a jack of all trades. You really do a lot of work around here.
Yes, thank you. I have tried to become rather accomplished, and I am definitely a different. I am a
Well, that
different
brings up a
person than
question
people
that I
usually think as
have.
a
If,
handicap.
if we were to move in here, how would I communicate with you? If there's something wrong with the apartment, how do I get in touch with you and talk to you about it?
I understand your concern. If ever you're in need of help or there's a problem that comes up, know that your safety and your family's safety is my top priority. Please don't hesitate to contact me. You can come here to my office. I also have a phone, a teletypewriter device. I will give you the relay service phone number. All you do is call that number. An operator will answer. That operator will call me on my teletypewriter device. The operator and I will type back and forth to each other, and she will relay any information that I'm typing to you and anything that you're saying to her. Okay?
Well, if I want to talk to you directly, do I just come to your door? Do I ring the bell? Do I knock?
Yes, go ahead and ring the bell. It's connected to a flashing light. I will see that you're there. It's really easy.
Now, I don't understand sign language, as you know, and without an interpreter here all the time, how am I to communicate and talk to you?
Oh, don't worry about that. If you need to talk with me, just make sure you look directly into my eyes and we'll do the best we can. And I always have pen and paper available as a backup so we can write to one another if necessary.
Yeah, that sounds real fine. Thank you for explaining it. I feel a little bit dumb. It's kind of unusual to have to ask these questions. And I would imagine that as time goes by with a little bit of education, I'll be able to work this out just fine. When do you think you could let me know whether you would like me to move in the apartment?
Well, the way I see it, there are no red flags, and so if you are interested, you are able to move into the apartment. We would need a check that included the cleaning fee. Let me add up the totals for you, actually. So the cleaning fee and the rent is $650 a month. And we'll also need first and last month's rent. And the $50 pet deposit that we talked about. That would bring us to a grand total of $1,040 a month. And if all is well there, we can go ahead and get things set up. We'll get the apartment sparkling clean and ready for you. to move in Saturday morning. How does that sound?
Gee, that sounds really great. I'll write you a check right now. We'll have our stuff packed up and moved in on Saturday, and maybe we can even attend the barbecue on Sunday.
Great, thanks.